everybody. My name is Brandon Ross, and I am your host and game master for tonight's episode. And I would like to welcome you and the great voices beyond of all the players here to Player Hater Gaming. For tonight, we're going to have a very fun time telling stories and rolling dice. But before we get to that, let's knock out some announcements so we can get to the stories faster. First off, if you have not done so, do us a huge favor, head over to our link tree where you can hit the follow button on all the places where we have our presence, whether it be Instagram, YouTube, all the places. Please give us a follow, give us feedback. We'd love to hear from you, but also we'd love to interact with you. So why don't you head over to one of our two Discords? The main one being the official PhD Discord, where you can come, share memes, talk life, build a fun community, and have a blast. But if you want somewhere where you can really focus in and dial in and have some incredible D&D fun, man, have we got a community for you. David.
Yes, welcome, one and all. If you want chaos, you want to roll dice, you want to make a broken character for the hell of it, and have fun with an open world where things may not always seem what they look like, you know? Mimics come in all shapes and sizes, don't forget that. They will take a chunk out of your hide when you least expect it. Praise our mimic overlords. Anyway, now, you want to instead learn how to play and be one of those little mimic horrors for all of your characters, your players. The one person at the table who always irks you because they keep asking, can I throw a fireball in here? Even if it's going to hit all of us? And you're just like, but why if you're in a room with gold? It's okay. We'll teach you how to use mimics to make them learn their lesson. So, by all means, have fun. Join us in Ashirma. We'll be there. We'll teach you the ways. And praise to our dice gods.
Absolutely. And remember, if your DM says you find a singular gold coin, don't take the coin. It's a trick.
No. Take the gold coin. Take the coin. Enjoy the coin. And later on, when it bites you in the hand, you just go, look, I have a pet. You
True.
make your DM teach you how to raise a pet.
It's fun to give them pets because then you can take them away. But anyways, you guys can't see it, but they're all yelling at me while they're on mute, so it's okay. Speaking of you can't see them, I do have a couple announcements I'm going to hold off on until you can see them, just so context will help with the announcements. But no context is needed for our schedule. Of course, today is Wednesday. We're playing D&D tonight. I'm sorry, I'm just getting a weird notification. Your device will restart to update outside of active hours. You better not restart middle stream. I swear, if this computer tries to restart midstream, I'm gonna lose it and need a new computer. Please go to my GoFundMe for a new computer if I window.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on. It's Wednesday.
gonna
We're
say
playing
I look
D&D tonight. Yes, it look pretty. You do great at that. Saturday, we will have multiplayer mayhem where some of us will come together and we will play games and have a ton of fun, either making each other scream like little girls or screaming like little girls. We're not really sure how that's going to go, but we always have a blast. Sunday, I get to tune in and watch as Nutmeg and Nyx do their best to derail my canon story here as they are doing renditions of their characters on tonight's game in Baldur's Gate.
Always.
And of course, next Tuesday, we're going to have lovely Mav Hunter back on the stream, going to town on his current obsession.
Yes, very much so. I gotta go stabby stab.
Stabby stab.
So, is this where we put the rated R logo for Sunday? Because Nyx and Meg are getting into it, in quotes?
Okay.
Phrasing. We're not doing it anymore. Phrasing.
Yeah. Don't worry, that's already happened, but you can watch that on
YouTube.
YouTube.
All the
YouTube.
context was there, guys. Don't worry.
It's all fair. It's what the game made me do. I'll tell you.
I
That's
don't
what
know,
this
man.
character would do, guys.
Yeah,
When you get the option between
so
man
much.
and bear.
that is true. It did black out the main scene that, Red was enjoying. but I may have had to blur on the
Pan.
fly.
Pan to black screen.
Yeah.
The camera shift, pan to fireplace.
Listen, ignore the rocket in the background. It's okay.
Ignore it. We're gonna move on and finish our last bit of announcements with everybody on screen, because again, context makes it all better. So why don't we go ahead and let's get into tonight's episode of Tales of the Skytorn. In the year 208 PT, a world once grounded by tradition and mystery was forever altered. The events leading to the tearing and uprooting of the lands have faded into legend, leaving us with a mystifying era known only as post-Torn. Player Hater Gaming welcomes you to the realm of Ulthana, where our journey takes us high above the clouds, into a realm of wonder and peril, a world composed of dozens of floating islands, each a unique culture unto itself, safe from the dangers lurking below. In this world of soaring islands and untold mysteries, danger lurks in every corner. Heroes and adventurers are born out of necessity, for the unknown has a way of finding its way into even the most tranquil of places. Meet our heroes who will shape the destiny of the Skytorn realm. Dragix, the unlikely but unyielding paladin, a beacon of virtue and strength. Red, the talented sorceress, wielding the elements with unmatched prowess. Eva, the warlock, possesses supernatural prowess, fueled by a pact of unknown origin and intent. Lovikazan, the indomitable barbarian, a force of nature and raw power. And lastly, the Doctor, the masterful wizard unlocking the secrets of the arcane with every incantation. These 5 souls, each with their own path, will converge in a tale of adventure, wonder, and intrigue. Join them as they explore uncharted territories and uncover the secrets of this realm. Welcome to Tales of the Skytorn. Welcome back, everybody. Now, to finish the announcements really quickly, if you have not guessed by now, once again, thankfully returning is the lovely Paige, as she is on borrow for not much longer from Grimm's Dungeon. But speaking of Grimm's Dungeon, why don't you tell us what they're about over there?
Oh my gosh, we're about all sorts of things. We play Pathfinder, we play Fallout RPG, we play Cairn, we've got Grimm's Gauntlet, and we're trying out some new systems, so you might see that coming down the pipeline in the next insert amount of time here. But yeah, we're pretty cool. We just hang out, we're in person, and we have a good time. Thanks.
Nice. Now, rumor has it you had to chew your own leg off to get free of the chains. Is this true?
No, unfortunately not. I was also still chained by the other leg, so it didn't work. I didn't think it through.
Very well. Okay. Well, sorry about your loss. And also, if you look on screen and look in the top corner of everybody, lovely players, you'll see a little dice there with a number on it. If that number does not say 3, do them a favor and spend some channel points. Give them some help dice. They can hold up to 3 to use on almost any D20 roll that they wish. Also, should you so wish, you can also spend some points and put a card on the deck. If you want to pull one, just spend the points. We'll see how it gets integrated. Aside from that,
I know nothing.
That feels like a lie. That's bullshit.
as I see your face in the Discord call is very suspicious.
Maybe.
Damn it,
I'm
man.
guessing
Oh,
card
I
was-
just added another card to the deck, okay?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I did.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. There's another card in the deck. That's it. I haven't
Sure.
used the card yet.
I see you.
I did think about it for like 3 seconds.
But over the last few episodes, we have tuned in and enjoyed the stories as the party has made their way across this island, throughout Beacon Trove. They were ambushed on their path, making their way towards the northern section of the island where a particular individual of interest to Eva resided. Thankfully escaping with little more than a few scratches, maybe some alleged burn marks, but in general, everyone was all right. Taking refuge in a small town that was on the way, some more individuals began to show up, seeming to ask questions about a particular individual of interest, a name that the party had not heard. For those that went to investigate them and speak with them, got a description of a person they knew, but not the name of somebody. And after bringing this name to light, confessions were had. Seems very own Foster had been living not exactly a double life, but a new life. A life and a name that she chose as she distanced herself from her family despite their vast wealth, power, renown. Seems she wanted nothing to do with it, for reasons not yet fully disclosed. But they were also found themselves unsure if they were followed or simply on a common path to the Vosswood Manor. As Eva was having her rest, awake of course, she did watch as 4 torchlights of a purple hue passed where they had made camp. A seemingly black-stained carriage making its way past, not giving any pause or thought to them. If it didn't see them, wasn't aware, or just didn't care. Either way, it kept moving. As the night passes, Eva,
Uh-huh.
I need you, please make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh. That is a 22.
22. The 22, as you are here in this place, the fog growing ever denser the closer you get to this location. You look up and you can see almost like shapes or something moving in the fog. You hone in your senses and you focus. And as you focus, the shapes dissipate. You give it a few moments, looking around, a little alert. Doesn't seem to be returning. You're unsure what you could have seen, but something at the back of your neck, something that caused the hairs to stand up for just a moment, lingers with you throughout the night.
That fits.
Drakix,
Uh-huh.
with what remains to the options, what is, I would say, not a cherished, but what is a precious memory?
We knew it was going to happen.
I knew it was gonna happen. It's always been me. I have like a list of like levels of dream, like memories for him and everything. It's mainly been Drac. At this point, it's just like a Drac's life story. This is what he did at this time. But this one's a little bit weird. Like the others have all been the ships, breeze, and everything else. This one doesn't fit that. This one is a child in woods, similar to where they currently are. And he is standing, well, more like sitting on his haunches in front of a small rabbit. And he's just staring at it. And it's more like a game of poke the bear, kind of. He has a small stick in hand. And he's just like looking at the rabbit. The rabbit's looking at him. And occasionally he's just poke. The rabbit kicks him in the face. Runs away. Drac follows and chases. And eventually just stumbles into a meadow with the rabbit hides off into the grass, the flowers, and he just relaxes there. This is his most serene place until a voice is heard and he just bolts and just snaps out of it.
Okay. You hear this voice and you bolt. You're running. Typically, you wake up at this point, and you're unsure how you know you're supposed to wake up. Again, the line between consciousness and dreams is rather blurred in this space. But you're running fast as you can. You're moving quickly. As you're running, the trees, their bark running past you, the wind whipping through your ear holes. Your pace, though it is fast, you pass one of the trees that caused you to slow a bit. It looks like someone has sculpted something out of the tree. Just a section of the tree. There's still the base of the trunk and the branches above, but like about a 6-foot space in the middle has been sculpted into what looks to be some kind of a humanoid shape. You keep moving, unsure what you saw was real, but you know the instinct to get away is still greater. But as you move, more and more of the trees have been carved to this shape in this section. What do you do?
He's gonna stop and look at one of them.
Also, as you've been moving, there's these just harsh, like, mental hits to you. It's less painful and more jarring. It's like part of you is trying to wake up, because you notice as you're moving, and every time you wonder, like, you take a second to look off your path and to the right or the left to see these shapes age, like, 2-3 years, 4 or 5 years. It's just these phases of your life, until eventually you get to a point when you actually stop. You are in your current known, like, comfortable body.
Yeah, he's hand going to his side, expecting to find his rapier.
It is not there.
He doesn't think anything. He's just like, okay, I must have lost it on the way. He still looks around at one of the trees to see what the hell's going on.
You look at it, and as you look, you realize you know this person. It's Levikazan. And your face moves to the left, and you see red sculpted in the trees. If you look somewhere else, you see Eva sculpted. You see a few different versions of Doctor, some with the plague mask, some without. Then you realize all the trees in this space, as far as you can see in this dim light, so at the 60, 70 feet, all of them have about a foot of tree that comes out of the ground, and then maybe about 7 feet of this sculpture, and then it picks back up to the tree. And it is varying ways you have perceived your party members. Some in fancy dress from when you guys infiltrated the casino, some from battle poses or moments that stick in your mind, things that are driven and just branded to your memory, your core ability to know your friends. Some are laughing, some are in trauma, but all of them have at least one hand extended outward.
He is mildly freaked, and that's putting it nicely. His first thought, his first instinct is, if he goes deeper, he'll find what happened. Why these trees are his friends. He feels like if I get to the source, that'll be it. But probably at the same time, he feels
Drip. Drip. Drip.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Drip. Drip.
He's
Drip.
gonna turn towards the sound.
There's no singular source. As you look around and take a moment to calm down, you realize you're about ankle deep in what appears to be some kind of darkened water.
Okay. Where is the closest thing that the sound is coming from?
All the statues, that one hand that is extended, you can hear something falling from that hand. So it's almost like rain, but it's drip, 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 drip.
He's gonna go walk towards Doc. And he's closest one without the mask.
Mhm.
And look and see what's coming off of his hand.
Do you reach up to,
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to.
with your talon, you get a bit, bring it close. In the space, you can see this liquid has this kind of reddish hue to it.
He's gonna look up. Because it's dripping from somewhere.
From the hand. Almost as if it's leaking from the hand. You begin to hear this sound above you. This horrific sound. You know this sound very well. This is the sound of wings. But to be this deep in bass, a primal fear makes its way into your core.
He would be... If it is that deep, he's not gonna move. His mind is gonna go blank from the fear for a moment. And then eventually he's gonna slowly turn. Stare at whatever it is. Because there's one thing that he's always had. He will not face anything with his back turned.
You turn, and for a moment, it's as if just through a motion as fast as that, just like a curtain being pulled, it is daylight. You see now the horrific scene you knew you were in, affirmed before you, as you are ankle deep in a river of blood. Above you, the wings beating. You've heard about them. You've read about them. You've seen younger ones, perhaps from a distance. But in the sky is a pearlescent scaled dragon that sees you and it dives at you.
Doesn't matter about the fear. His mind goes blank.
Mhm.
His instinct kicks in. He's taking one step forward,
Mhm.
and he's roaring at it and taking it head on.
Okay. You go to roar, but what comes out of your throat is not the sound you would expect of a dragon. Instead, you hear, "Howl!" and you wake up. In a sweat, you sit upright, eyes wide, heart 120, 130, 140 beats per minute. It is racing. Your hands and talons are shaking. Eva, off to your right, you just hear this quick, just rustle of movement, the shifting of a sleeping bag.
Sorry.
What? Huh? He just slowly looks around like,
Oh, you got it again, huh?
it's fine. I'm
No, it's not, but at least you're kind of used to it by now.
He kind of takes a slow, deep breath. Well, at least you have interesting stories at the end of the day to tell anybody. And he's going to get up, check his gear,
Mhm.
grab his rapier,
Mhm.
making sure it's on him, and he's just going to stretch out a little bit. I'm going to go for a mini walk. I'll be a little bit deeper just to kind of clear my head a little bit.
Don't get
And
lost.
he's going to walk 60 feet away.
Okay.
How much of
Mm-hmm.
how much of that did Eva get, DM? All of it?
Um,
Or was that before?
you got nothing. That was nothing to do with you.
Okay. I wanted to check.
No, you're good. You just heard the rustle of movement and he sat up very rapidly.
Yeah, okay.
He's just gonna 60 feet away, leaning against a tree,
Mhm.
and just try to slow his breathing as much as possible to keep himself okay.
What is your wisdom saving throw?
It is a 9.
Okay.
As in a +9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bless
That
you?
feeling of just being covered in filth intensifies.
He is currently scratching at his his shirt is off, out of view, or at least he thinks he is.
How intense are you scratching?
It's not enough to really bring blood out,
Okay.
but it's enough to leave slight marks. Think of it just rubbing against in order leaving white trails along your skin. It's
Yeah.
the same type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna kind of try to cool off from all that
Okay.
glare for a little while. Eventually, after maybe about a half hour, get dressed, come back, and then just lean next to the cart.
You alright there?
I'm fine. We'll be fine. Just didn't. Some things are better left to be stuck in the ground as they should be.
Hmm. Hopefully we can add another thing to go stick in the ground tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Can Eva sense anything different about Dragix? Would she sense anything different about him?
Make a perception check.
I just want to make sure I know where my boundaries are. Oh, that's a horrible roll. That's an 8.
He has no reason to deceive you anything.
Yeah, okay.
Like he's trying to deceive himself. But anyway.
Roll deception against yourself.
Yeah, right.
I'll roll it. Let's see.
Can you beat your passive?
Technically, maybe.
That'd be funny.
I'm just gonna roll it for the hell of it, just to see what we get.
Okay, I don't think Doc could beat his own passive, for being honest.
Okay, technically my passive's at 18, and I got a 21.
Not fooling yourself.
Yeah, no, Drake knows. He's just like, in his mind, it's just like, shit.
Eventually, you nod back off to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Gain the benefits of a long rest. All of you do.
Do I get a
Morning
double
comes.
long rest?
What was that?
Do I get a double long rest?
No.
I get bed
Actually,
sores.
you wake up more exhausted because you slept too much. Take a point of exhaustion.
Not with me.
I'm kidding.
Look, I've been there real life. I get it.
Yeah. All of you wake up. But interestingly so, Liv goes on. As you stir and wake from the morning, you notice movement next to you. As Dot has seemed to find consciousness once again.
The body's moving.
Oh, thank God you're alive.
Due to the effects of the tea, Doc's immediately looking around, hears her say that. Why wouldn't I be alive?
You are not in your room.
Yeah.
Ooh,
First thing you notice, definitely.
Probably the first thing you notice is there's a rock in between his shoulder blades.
Yeah, you slept like this all
Like
night.
a crick in your back.
we may have accidentally overdosed you with some tea.
We?
I mean me and him, yeah. Sorry.
No harm done, I guess.
You missed most of the travels, so
What else did I miss? I feel like
care to explain, Foster?
Yeah. My family has sent people to come get me and or maybe kill me. Are you familiar with the Estermont family?
I doubt Doc would be, but I can roll a check and see if he's heard of him.
Roll a history check.
Yeah.
You missed Zahn breaking another watermelon.
Yeah. That was a good time.
Actually, I don't think she.
Nine, you know, you would be aware of them in the same way that we're aware that, like, shipping companies exist. Like
Okay.
us as players. We know there's companies that make ships. So
Mhm.
you would have heard the name, but not have anything beyond, oh, yeah, they do something with cloud ships, whatever.
Yeah, like there's like 15 companies that do the same thing.
Oh yeah, so yeah, my grandma died and they want me to come home and or want to kill me so that I don't get my inheritance. But I can't imagine they left me anything anyway, so we've got ideas.
Okay.
I don't know how they'll go. She
Yeah.
also has like day-old makeup on her face trying to disguise herself that I'm sure got extremely messed up while she was sleeping, but
Presentation to fix it up or clean, whatever.
You can't really fix it, but you can definitely clean it all off of her.
Yeah. I'll make it to where like Doc's had a daughter and a wife, and he's with Zon, just like war paints. Like he's a familiar how to make it look good at least.
Yeah, I'll say you can kind of like pick the areas where the lipstick is smudged, the eyeliner's a little off to the side too much from sleeping on one side.
There's a big smudge here.
Yeah.
If we need a touch up, we can do that. No
Yeah,
worries.
we'll probably have to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, is that
Anything-
everything that happened while I was asleep?
I
I
feel like
mean-
that's the highlights.
It's the important parts.
Okay.
Drake is just currently thumbs up.
Doc will look at our jackets. You good?
I'm good.
You can look at everyone else. He hasn't been acting weird, has he?
I mean,
Because last time Doc talked to jackets, it was like, "Here, look out for these symptoms. Let me know if you have them."
Yeah, no, he's
And I hadn't had a. That was before Doc went to sleep. So
yeah. Currently, he hasn't had any symptoms. The only thing is the dream. You know,
So no symptoms.
it's just
Nope.
just
No.
currently dream. That's it.
yeah.
Oh, we
he's
also
just-
found out
Mhm.
about that the moon ritual is tomorrow night or something, and like
Oh yeah.
Technically,
probably we have
tonight.
to get there to stop that.
Moon.
Technically, it's tonight.
Sure.
Okay. Now that needs to be some more explaining than just a name.
We don't really know. That's the problem. We know that there's a very good chance that something is going on at Valathir's Vosswood's place tonight. I keep forgetting
Yeah.
that Valathir is not his last name. It's very weird.
That's right. Moonlight Vigil, those who serve, and Tithe were.
Yeah.
I went. Yeah. Mouse.
Well, a tithe can be taken in many different ways. To be fair, it could be food, it could be supplies, it could be equipment, it could be
People.
blood. Okay. So
Wow, what if we're the tithe guys?
I mean, it's not
probably are.
impossible. Sacrifices
fair-
to a
Yeah.
patron or deity.
to be fair, he did invite us for dinner. He is a vampire. That
Mhm.
would be the dinner, wouldn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
No, this. Yeah.
I don't think it would be us as the dinner. It would
Well,
I
we-
mean,
be necessarily.
I mean, it wasn't specifically dinner. It was just, hey, you better come stop by.
True, but he's a lord. He's going to do a banquet, knowing how lords are.
And Drake's just gonna look over and be like, I agree. Bread is probably gonna be way too spicy. Come out, burn both on the way in and the way out.
Oh, that's that cinnamon effect.
Mhm.
Too strong.
Whole new meaning to the cinnamon challenge.
All right, so
Vampires
Foster.
only. How much cinnamon can you take?
so Foster's family's chasing her.
Mhm.
Are we being chased right now?
By association, yeah.
Okay.
We don't
Nah.
know if we've lost them or not yet.
Okay.
Drake
And,
just looks at Doc
Did
and
you
is
see
like,
anything?
We're always being chased.
I know
This
that.
is
but
par.
it's always good to know who is chasing you.
There was a carriage that passed by sometime last night before everyone made it to bed. That was of black wood with purple torches on it. Now, I'm not one who's familiar with nobles and your fancy carriages. That could have been them. I don't know your family specifically, Foster. But black wood and purple torches speaks to me of possibly a separate carriage. Because I figure most people, if they're not trying to be, super secretive about something, would have a very gaudy carriage that would show off. You don't want to be hiding it in a black wood.
Well, it's not like my dad's coming after me. I could see him being in a black oak carriage.
To be fair, the doc would kind of adjust to his cane. My cane's made of black wood that would take to the arcane much easier. Could be the same materials, rather expensive.
Is it? Can I see? Is that black oak?
It's black wood with a silver raven skull for the cane head. It can be used as an arcane focus.
Eva, you said you had a different theory about what the carriage was?
I do. I don't know if it's right or not, but could be one of the Count's people. When my ship was originally attacked, it was attacked by pirates. Count Valathir being among them. His ship was black wood. It would fit his theme, that's all. Purple flames are an unusual color, and somebody like him who deals with weird magic would deal with weird colors. Sorry, Doc, but it just fits.
That's a fair assumption. Necromancy, I use a lot of greens in my spell casting, so
I use a lot of red.
Yeah.
It's good.
well, are we worried about being noticed on the road at all?
At this point, it doesn't matter. We're gonna be there shortly. Thanks to Zon's super speed, we've definitely cut travel time down. So even if someone is close,
Well,
either we've...
I bring it up because I can potentially disguise all of us, including the horses and cart.
Ooh, I like that. How long does that last for?
We pull up the spell real quick.
Sorry.
You're good. 8 hours.
That's better.
Yeah, better than our current options. But would you rather have that now, or would you rather have that on the way out?
I guess it depends on how soon you need it. I can cast it once a day, effectively, if I use my... kind of pulls out his deck of cards. If I focus on these, I can pull from the Weave of Magic, and I can use a spell once.
Play it by ear?
Play it by ear.
Then I will prepare the spell then. I have to do it, prepare it before I can use it.
The idea is that if someone comes looking for Foster, we can say, she's not here.
Well, ideally, you would do this before someone could see us.
If someone,
Ideally.
if we see someone coming up, I can always disguise myself, but the makeup was so that they wouldn't be able to see through it. Hopefully, if they can do that, I don't know.
Well-
Some people can, if you're perceptive enough and are aware of magic.
The other thing would be to disguise all of us, since, from what Zon had mentioned, they seemed to know she was traveling with us. At least to a certain degree.
Would I would be able to, like I said, change the cart's look, everyone, including the driver and the horses.
That's why I was just keep it a reserve, just in case we need it. But it shouldn't be too much longer before we get there.
Alright.
I burned the invitation, by the way, because I was pissed off at him, so we might have a bit of a difficult time getting through the front door. I just figure if I tug on my proverbial tether, he might let us in.
I don't see that being too much of an issue.
Probably expects it. There's gonna be another one at the door.
Who knows? He's definitely well connected to you, so he'll know when you're close.
Always does.
That being said, I guess I should go ahead and get this prepared then.
Okay.
and Doc will figure out how inside the cart to do this.
I'd say you're sitting still, so it's one of
Okay.
those unique instances that is thankfully awarded to players for having the ability to either have a cart or be stationary while still moving, because you're not actually moving, you're being moved.
Okay.
So, and again, you're not in some open-ended cart, so there's no wind to blow by to mess up papers, materials,
Which would be
things like
important
that.
for this.
So I mean, depending on who's sitting next to you, they might be a little cramped because of elbow space. But aside from that,
okay. How about this? Doc can sit in the floor and use the seat he was sitting on, then, right? Because
Yeah,
I'm
you
thinking
could.
about, like, the way he would set these cards to imbue them with magic is he would play like a game of solitaire, effectively.
Okay. As the morning goes on, all of you pack up. The fog does fade a bit. Probably goes down to maybe only being a foot or two off the ground as far as like how tall it is. But it's strange. Though you know it's only anywhere from a foot and a half to 2 feet tall of a fog, it is all vision stops. Like you look down and you've got to really like reach out and like waft your hand through it to make enough space to even see your feet. You know you're on solid ground, but it is that little bit of in the back of your mind. You just can't shake. Am I on solid ground? I can't see it. But you all load up. Horses rested, reattached, and head off. Thanks to the travel speed granted by the Totem of the Elk, I'd say it's barely past like brunch time, and you break through the forest. You can see it built into a mountain with this beautiful lake in front of it. This large wooden and stone, basically like a keep or a mansion. It is very well made, very elaborate looking from even distance, very pleasing even to look at. If you were here under other circumstances, you might be impressed. You probably are still impressed, but less so because of who resides here.
Got it. So summer home, pretty much.
Yeah.
Until we actually evict the current landowner. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, some of us have seen the inside architecture of his Dreamscape castle, so imagine
You've seen
similar
that.
scale.
But as you're getting closer, you can see there does appear to be some kind of like a staging area or a welcome to the land, like very small, like I wouldn't even describe it as a town or a hamlet. It is literally like 4 or 5 buildings, and you can see people are just either being dropped off. You do see a familiar Blackwood carriage freshly leaving as you begin to pull up. As you get closer, we're going to go ahead and take our first break, as it has already been the 45 minutes from our last ad break. And for those of you tuning in, hang out during these 5 minutes we're going to take, because we are going to run an ad break, but we're trying our best to take these breaks after about 45-55 minutes so we can focus more on story time for all of you. To my players, you want to get water, use a restroom, whatever, feel free. I'll be right here. I'm going to go peek at chat. Anybody's there, say hi. And also have my own snacks. You hear the crinkling of plastic paper.
Nom, 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 nom. So I've been while we're on break and chatting, the
What have you been
music
doing?
that y'all hear now is Pocket Bard, and I absolutely love it. I've been playing with it more and kind of like trying to figure out what sounds are what, and
Nice.
if I had known that you were going to do the wolf, I have like the perfect wolf howl.
Oh man. Gotcha.
And I was like just short on like clicking it, but it's fun. It's good. It's intense. There's like an oasis or like a tavern
Love it.
or like a maelstrom. So I'm going to put on creepy music for the creepy vibes we're going into.
Bad.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, it's always
Mhm.
from just like a being on this side of the table kind of thing. It's always a fun challenge to try and make something creepy that isn't creepy. Because I mean, it's
Yeah.
broad daylight. It's a beautiful scene. How do I bring in those details just to set the tone of what's going
Yeah.
on here?
And you know what really helps with that is weather. Is the shift in weather, the clouds coming over the sun and like darkening the sky, and like that's always a fun transition.
I have a Monday night game I'm in, and
Yeah.
there's been a song stuck in my head since then because
Oh no.
I always think of this song because I
Oh,
played
no.
a druid, not in this game, but I have played a druid, and it was one of the most fun characters I've played because my favorite spell is Sunbeam. So
Yeah.
my verbal component was do 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 do, here comes the sun, and then I would cast it.
Whee! Oh boy.
Especially, I lucked out in that campaign because it was mostly undead themed. So as soon as I could take Sunbeam, I did.
Yeah, that is true.
Oh, it was a blast. There's few things more fun than melting a lot of just with Sunbeam.
Yeah. You get that, you get Spirit Guardians going up, and
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Love me some Spirit Guardians. Especially in Baldur's Gate, where everything was undead for Act 2. And you just had Shadowheart just run through, that's all you need.
Either undead or literal shadows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, right now we're playing the relic scene for the music. And it's slightly creepy, slightly mystical, kind of giving that, is it going to be creepy, is it going to be fun, or who knows? I'm excited. And we're back! Hello!
Alrighty then. Thank you all for hanging out during our ad break. Let's get right back into it. So, the party is pulled up, and you can see the driver is slowing the horses down. And did anybody sit up front with him this time?
Drake has taken his usual spot on the top,
Okay.
on the
Okay.
roof.
You can kind of hear like almost like a sigh of relief from the driver as he's made it. He's completed his end of
Yeah.
the contract and journey. He pulls up to these 4 buildings. You can see there would be some kind of a guard-like presence. Is individuals dressed in mostly like these dark browns. They are hooded. Their faces are completely covered by is kind of just a plain, like a, how do I put this? Almost like a charcoal mask. And driver pulls up. He just kind of, he stands and turns, sees you, Drakix. Well, we made it.
Appreciate you.
Of course. This is as far as I am allowed to go, but if you would like me to, I can wait just a little bit away from here. Will you be staying here long?
Drake is immediately going to turn his head to look at Eva. And, like, waiting for her to answer that question.
Well, in theory, it shouldn't be. Can't say for certain.
All right. Well, then I will just head away a bit, find a place to camp, rest the horses, and I'll stay there for a day or two. If I don't see you by then, just leave.
Yep. Yeah,
Sounds fair.
that sounds right.
All right. Help you with your things. He heads off and starts to assist with the unpacking.
Zahn will help him.
Okay. Carriage is emptied of all travelers, companions, luggage. The driver turns it around and leaves all of you standing there. One of the guards approach. Goes straight to you, Eva.
Yeah.
Lowers his head. Raises it. You can see he is wearing what looks to be just simple leathers. There's a long sword at his side, and then he has a heavy crossbow that's almost like dangling from like a strap, crossbody style. We are glad you could make it. Please proceed towards the manor.
Yeah.
Eva just hears in her mind, so we shouldn't kill this person? Yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
She will lead the way
Okay.
closer to the manor, I guess.
You're probably about 300 feet away from what looks like to be the main entranceway. And as all of you step forward, I need everyone to make a charisma saving throw.
All right, remember, everybody, you get a +4.
Saving throw?
Alrighty.
I am so glad the fact that my charisma is so damn high.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright. Oh, buddy.
Doctor,
23.
what was that?
23.
Drackix,
21.
Foster,
22.
Levikazan,
22 as well.
Red,
24.
Eva,
15.
You have a D4.
I know.
Okay.
Okay. Eva,
Yeah.
you're unsure why, but your nerves calm just a bit.
Sure they do.
Wait, let's see if I have to call emotions. That's a save.
Sus.
The rest of you make your way in. Excuse me. All of you make your way in. Once you head inside, as you get closer to this large, grand double door, probably 15 feet tall, 10 feet across, thick wood and iron throughout it, very well made, what you would expect of someone of incredible lifespan and wealth. A much smaller door off to the side of it opens.
That's where you enter.
An individual dressed to the nines, basically a servant, steps out. Human male, shaved head, very simple goatee, bit of a tan to them as he steps forward and smiles. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to the Vosswood Manor. Please, one moment. And the door closes as he steps back inside. Sound of chains rustling, weight being shifted, and the clicking of metal before the doors open.
Drac is just going to lightly mumble to the group. Do you think he's compensating?
The man has a
Zon
big-
starts
big
visibly
ego.
laughing.
The man has a big ego. He has to compensate for something.
Fair.
Once the doors are completely open, you can see it opens into not a building, but an open courtyard. as the wall was too high to tell exactly if you're going into a building or whatnot. It is an open courtyard. You see the individual is standing there, smiling. My name is Rolf. I am the head servant here at the Vosswood Manor, and I've been instructed to show you to your rooms, and then in a bit, you will be meeting with the Lord of the Manor. Do all
After
of
you,
enter?
then.
Follow, hand on the pommel of his sword.
Okay.
Sounds just carrying all the bags.
Drac would have grabbed some of them.
Eh,
This way she has a hand free in case of anything.
that's why she drops things.
As
Doc
he's
carries all the
walking,
breakables on him.
does anybody try to match his stride or catch up to him, or do you just follow him?
I mean, is he walking faster than normal?
No, just seems to be walking at a pace that everyone can accommodate.
Has his personality seemed a little abnormal to Doc?
Make an insight check. Ah, yes, and thus a night of insight checks kicks off.
Damn, I'm good at those.
I know D&D players. This is gonna be a night of insight checks.
Yep.
That's just why he
21.
has all the dice.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Yep.
Nothing you can pick up on. You do pay attention. You watch as he's in broad daylight, so that rules out a lot of things that could be going on here.
Mhm.
You don't get the sense that they're moving stiff or as if they're being manipulated or mimicked. And unfortunately, things thus far do appear to be on the up and up.
All right. Guards didn't never drop the guard here.
Passing through the courtyard, it is, I wouldn't use the word littered, but I would say is definitely well decorated with various statues, fountains, seating areas, reading areas, gazebos, things to, if you wanted to be out here during maybe not so great weather, you could do so. Well-maintained area. There are flower beds. There are just like off to one side, maybe like a small like hedge maze, things like that. Things you would expect again of someone who has vast life and wealth. I would say Zahn. Trying to think who else. Zahn, Doc, mainly you two. You do notice there seems to be elements of vegetation and fauna here from your respective homelands.
From the Doc's?
Yes.
That's piquing his interest immediately.
Okay. Go ahead, Foster.
I'm just gonna find myself next to Eva and ask her, is it true about like vampires and sunlight? Like, because, but you're like not 100%, so I just didn't know. So it's weird to have a courtyard if you can't go out in the sun, or if it's uncomfortable.
There are ways around the affliction, but yes, most cannot be in direct sunlight. Most.
Weird.
I mean, look at me, right?
Yeah, but like you're not 100%.
Yeah, doesn't
Are
mean
you?
I don't have some capabilities of them,
Or-
though, right?
Yeah.
True
don't
full vampires generally cannot be in sunlight. Some of them find ways to block the sun, some find ways to ignore the sun. some find ways to have their parties at dark.
Moonlight, perhaps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foster, as you're saying this, do you look up and around?
Yeah, I'm definitely
Make a
looking all
perception check.
around. Let's go. That's an 11. I don't add
Okay.
anything to perception.
Okay, continue.
uh, yeah, no. Just curious.
Sunlight, running water, holy water.
Mm,
And wooden stakes for some reason.
sure. So, like, if I broke a bolt and sharpened it, would that count?
I'm pretty sure it has to be, like, blessed and ceremonially, cleansed, but maybe.
Well. Damn.
I have to imagine just like Foster looks at Drakix. Nah, he doesn't count.
He doesn't count.
To be fair, I think we've all thought this at some point.
I think holy
What
What are
are
water.
you talking
is-
about?
The beauty of it is the fact that nobody's ever asked him to do anything.
No, but I can just see in their head like, we need holy water. Then everybody looks at Drakix, and then everybody just turns to Eva. Hey, Eva.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, his flask of water, he has at this point, like, started blessing it, so it is pseudo holy water.
Okay.
It hasn't gone completely over, but it's on the process.
Yeah.
All right. That's something.
But nobody knows that yet. It's
No one
just-
knows that. But that's
No one knows
there.
that.
All right.
You were led through the courtyard into the main building, which, as it is constructed, it does give a very much like a castle-like theme, though it is made more of wood than it is stone. Heading inside, the immediate area is basically a almost like a grand gathering hall. There is a small, like maybe 20 foot by 20 foot foyer where you do see like some cloaks, some like heavier furs, things like that. Other guests have left, or maybe they're just here to be used by guests because some of them are very uniform in their design. On the inside, everything is carpeted with either rugs themselves or thick furs and hides that have been made into well-made rugs. The walls are lined with various depictions of landscapes from, to you all, bizarre scenes. Like there is a long scape along like almost like someone just took one brush stroke and just with their whole body across the entire thing of this blue, like a lake or an ocean, and then land. As most of you again have general knowledge, you'd imagine that most of these art pieces are probably either pre-calamity or were made by individuals who read enough about that time they could attempt to comprehend what it meant to not have a land or a world that was made entirely of clouds and little, basically, I understand they're very large, but on the scope of a planet, basically drops of islands and earth throughout it.
Imagine the concept that clouds go above you is really odd to grasp.
It is incredibly hard to grasp, especially as the generations have moved on. Once inside, Rolf leads you all to the left, basically taking you to what would be like the west wing. Down a hallway, past other closed doorways before heading up a staircase. And nothing here is small to scale. Even the hallways are 10 feet wide. Up the stairs, and then basically doubling back over the path you just walked, but now you're another story up. You come to a long set of hallway that has double doors on each side. You can see, written in probably about like a 1 foot tall by 2 foot wide, like an empty frame, pieces of parchment have been slid into them with each of your names, to include a surname if you have one.
Would it be Doc's actual name?
That is the only one that does not have a name.
Which
Foster,
name?
your name is not there.
My name is not on any of them.
Foster is not there.
God damn it.
Even Red?
Name is there.
Does it show Red's actual name?
No. It just shows Red. So my apologies. Two of you that have your known names. Or names that you have taken.
Red's over here like, hey, fuck.
Look, this guy messes with dreams. There's a real chance he can get those.
I know this only lasts like 1 minute, but I'm gonna minor illusion it to say Foster sent him on us.
Okay. As you cast the spell, your magic does not emanate outward from your body.
What's that about?
And do you say it out loud, or do you direct it toward the individual?
Towards Rolf.
He looks and he smiles. Yes, not all, but most schools of magic have been warded against. We like to ensure that the culture and the theme of the manor is kept in its truest form.
Is it only illusion school that has been warded against, or is there others?
Questions I'm sure my lord would love to answer. Well, you are welcome to your rooms, and I will send for you when he is prepared.
Do you know when that might be, roughly? A couple hours?
A few hours.
Thank you.
Please enjoy your rooms, enjoy the courtyard, but do not stray too far from these areas. Thank you. Should you desire food or drink, there is a rope within them. Pull, and you will have what you desire. With that, he claps. All the doors open that have nameplates on them. He smiles, he bows, and he leaves.
Well, apparently Red's partying in my room. Who wants to come with?
I mean, Doc doesn't have a nameplate, so he's going over Lazan.
You have a nameplate. It just says the doctor.
Okay.
Each of you have your own room with a nameplate.
I think Doc would peek in his room at the very least, see if there's anything interesting in there. Otherwise,
Looking inside, it is a 30-foot by 40-foot massive space. It has a double wide bed with a 4-corner post that has the curtains currently drawn. There is extra seating. You realize, again, no expense was left behind. There is art on the walls, statues, pottery. There are books. There is places to read. There is places to eat. There is even looks to be like an empty bucket that is nearby one of the tables. A very well made wooden bucket. You would imagine they probably bring something on ice for you. Again, this is the 6th star of a 5-star rating system.
all
this is places that we don't know exist.
Without entering the room, I want to just scan for anything that's off or out of place or suspicious or creepy.
Make a sus check.
Make a sus check.
Make a sus check. Yeah,
Roll
let's
for
go.
sus. Roll for sus. No, I'm kidding.
We're gonna
Make a
put-
perception check.
We're gonna put that on a t-shirt. It says roll for sus with a D20 on it.
Yes.
You said perception that I add
Please.
0 to?
Mhm.
So that's that's a 5. I see nothing.
Let me go ahead and get that perception check as well from you, Miss Red. What was that, Foster?
5.
5? Given your background
Mm-hmm.
and how you were raised,
Mm-hmm.
even you are like, wow, I hate this. This reminds me of home.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Red nailed a 24.
Nice. For you, Foster, I'll finish you up. Looking around, yeah, it's like someone literally just pulled you out of time and dropped you back into like your 8-year-old body.
Mm. Yeah, I'll join you in your room, Eva.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
Everybody just come
Yep.
party for a little bit.
Drac is curious about his room.
One moment.
You can take care of that afterwards.
Red, what you find is all along the door frame, there is a consistent arcane language.
Does she recognize it? That is from Red.
You do not.
She's also going to point it out.
You point it out.
Would Doc recognize it then?
So everybody look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Eva,
Yep.
you don't recognize it, but for reasons you don't fully understand, you can read it.
And what would that happen to say?
It says, in an incredibly intricate, probably using 10 to 20 times the amount of words required to just say what it does. It's basically a very simple enchantment to open and close the doors, turn on and off the lights, things like that.
It's written very in fancy glyphs and cursive glyphs, basically.
Yep.
It's housekeeping.
It's almost like reading Thieves' Cant.
Yeah.
To where, you could say, hey, meet me out back, or you have a 20-minute conversation about Grandma's apple pie,
Yep.
which translates to meet me out back. Oh no, what's that really good comparison? Somebody made it. Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Hiding the alchemy things in recipe books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, it's once you look at it and read it, you're like, why didn't they just say, like, because you can cast spells. You've seen Doc enchant many things. He doesn't write like this or take 80 years to do a simple enchantment. But again, with time comes refinement. And sometimes refinement requires length.
That also comes with boredom as well. Get bored in your old age.
It's housekeeping stuff. Doors, lights, nothing fancy. It looks fancy, don't get me wrong. It's ancient.
It
But
basically is not only the enchantment to make it work, but kind of like an instruction of like keywords to speak if you want certain things to happen.
Gotcha.
If you want the lights on, to which you can see now, all the light sources are basically eternal torches. Whether
Makes
it be actually as a torch or as a small candle, something along those lines. But basically, it's just illuminate or deluminate.
I was going to check the frame of his door then.
Same thing.
Can I read this one?
No.
Okay. Wanted to make sure it wasn't like a illusory script where only one person can read it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Because that's something Doc can do.
So
I guess
not anything threatening, not worth fucking up
Not yet.
or attempting to.
I was about to say everything
Although-
is fucking up. It all depends.
We do have time and, rule breakers. Do you want to go do some rule breaking?
Is that even a
What?
question?
Yeah.
Red said, yes! All caps.
Well, I was hoping the sneaky ones might be able to get around and do some investigating, and she will pull out her vial of holy water and pass it off to Drakix.
Drac will take it.
If you don't want to, you can give it to the other one. I'm sure Foster would love to go hunt some vampire caskets.
Sounds like a blast.
Or you can do it together. But I'm going to be the nice guest and see what happens.
Since that is the case, Drac is
Red's just like, yes! Roll breaking.
Drac is gonna take off his chainmail,
Okay.
put it into the bag of holding, putting the shield into the bag of holding. Because he's gonna have to be stealthy, he can't wear either.
You could have a shield.
I could have a shield.
Shield doesn't give you disadvantage, just your armor.
Yeah. It's
You
just
could
the
keep that if you wanted to.
Oh, I could. It's
Yeah.
not gonna take. Okay, I have disadvantage on stealth. That's the only reason I was taking it off.
No, the only thing that does that is your armor.
Yeah.
Having a shield, I would rationale against anyone that wants to argue with me. You could keep that shield. You could probably grab like an extra shirt you have or a tunic and help give some padding, but you could keep it on you without having to have disadvantage. Because again, mechanically and versus the rules, only the armor is doing that, not the shield.
Yeah. So he's just.
If it was a tower shield, I'd argue against it personally.
If
but
this
yeah,
game
tower
had
shield.
different mechanics for tower shields, I
A
would
tower
also
shield
take
or a
it.
kite shield. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could make that. You could make it.
True.
You
True.
should.
Okay.
All right, it's done.
Done.
Not me already having that figured out.
But yeah, before he goes off to investigate around the place, he's going into the room to check to see if there's anything peculiar about it, like pertaining to each person. You know, anything that's like, why was this room chosen for me versus like Red or anybody else?
I'm gonna say that doesn't require a check.
Mm-hmm.
Your passive perception is more than enough. As you look around, every room is eerily a perfect mimic of the other.
Okay.
Like you even get to a point to where you get suspicious, so you start counting steps, and to the inch, every room is exactly the same.
Okay. Then he's fine.
Red would like you to know that I have received Death Ward for the next 8 hours.
Gotcha. Thank you, Miss Red.
So yeah, with that, he is going to look to Foster and be like, together, separate.
Yeah, let's just go poke around.
Okay.
If you get caught, I don't know what will happen.
They
You will be
showed
on
us
your
to
own.
our rooms. He didn't really say that we couldn't leave.
He did warn us about certain leaving outside the allowed areas.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they haven't told us what's allowed and not, so
Very
hopefully
true.
we find something that's not allowed.
Just use the I'm looking for the bathroom excuse. That usually
Oh, yeah.
works in big places
Oh,
like this.
Oh,
Library.
geez.
Library
Foster-
or bathroom.
Foster, you can
Mhm.
swing your fancy title around. Maybe they'll just lead you back
Yeah.
here.
Mm.
I mean, not a bad idea, but do you guys want more
Well,
company?
You want to come?
Kinda.
Do it.
No, let's go.
I'm
Let's go.
sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who all is going on the away party? Okay.
Is red?
Red is
Red staying.
probably staying.
Stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Red, Eva, and Doctor are all huddling up and hanging out in Eva's room.
Mhm.
Drakix, Levikazan, and Foster are the away team.
Yep.
Okay.
I only have the
I love
one
that.
thing of holy water, so good luck.
Away team first.
Mhm.
Away team. That's now your term. Where are you going? If you want me to just describe it bit by bit, I will. But if you have a general area or thought process in mind, that will help me kind of have some things ready. If you're unsure, you can say I'm unsure, and I'll just describe it as you move.
I think staying on the second floor
For now.
Okay.
and
Seeing what's there.
yeah,
Maybe
kind of trying to map
That's
it
fair.
out a little bit.
do we check out any doors that don't have nameplates on them? Do you kind of like
Oh,
just
if
jiggle
there are
the
any
handle?
other nameplates,
Yeah. Or yeah, we could see who's
looking
here.
for any other nameplates.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like any people we recognize, or like sirs or madams.
Yeah, sure.
Fancy people, Tazan, they're all the same.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly.
They are all the same.
They are. Yes.
As someone who spent a lot of time around them.
Okay. You head out of the rooms. Are you going to go back the way you know, or are you going to go the way you don't know?
Roll the
We
dice.
don't know.
The way
Oh.
we don't know.
Or
The way
that.
you don't know. Okay.
Yes.
You head down, and after you get past the room of nameplates for your immediate companions, you will run into maybe about, I would say, 4 more rooms that have no nameplates on them. The doors are closed.
Drac is gonna gently try one of the handles to see if it's locked or not. Like just enough to see if it
Mhm.
tension from the door lock, or
Yeah.
if it just goes past that as if
There
it's
is
open.
no knob. It's very much like a handle, and the
Mhm.
doors have to slide open, and they recess into the threshold in the walls.
He can still kind of like pull it a little bit.
Yeah, you.
See if there's a give or take. Okay. No, that's too much. It was just like
Okay.
it's just one. It's like
Got it.
if he immediately feels it, it's it. It's done. It's just
Got it.
walks away. He's not trying to draw attention. Too many. It's just gonna be like, oh hi, what are you doing here? No. Just
Okay.
one away.
Got it. That's it. As you look down the hall, you can see it does go for about another 30, 40 feet before it seems to end.
Does it end like that is
you
it,
walk
or does
to
it
the
kind of turn
Yeah.
the corner kind of
Do you
vibe?
walk to the end?
Yeah.
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 You walk to the end, and it makes a turn to the left.
Let's go.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Sneaky sneak.
Are you all stealthing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stealth checks, please.
Yeah. Nice. Hold
First
on.
check already?
Hold on. 17.
Oh no.
Got a
Max.
9.
The highest of all of them.
Oh,
Okay.
so glad you came with.
Levikazan,
Yeah.
what'd you get?
17.
Foster,
9.
Drakix,
Wait, is his camera froze?
Oh yeah, his camera is frozen.
Oh no.
He got a natural one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Well-
2 total.
We will temporarily shift back to the stay team until his camera unfreezes. It just happens
Mhm.
with,
Yeah.
things.
His Discord
It-
crashed.
It froze in the perfect
It
spot,
did.
though.
It did.
Yes.
Sorry,
Did
you
someone
like
screenshot that?
Yes.
I see an emote coming to Twitch nearby.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Hmm. Is this the
please.
is this an oh shit, or is this I fucked up? Look.
figure it
Uh,
out. All right.
please excuse
We
the
will see.
temporary crappiness of the stream. Oh,
It will
nope,
happen.
that just killed it. We're good.
So, stay team. A few minutes have passed. Does anybody close the doors?
Well, if we're all piling in my room, there's just the one.
One
So,
door's closed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it is like a double door, so
Yeah. We'll close
So
it.
you begin to move them, and as you move it, it gets about maybe halfway closed before you feel it almost leave your grasp, and it closes the rest of the way by itself.
Magnets!
So it closes. What do y'all do?
Well, what is our plans for the discussion? Or do we have it just going to wing it like we usually do?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know what he wants. Don't know what his plans are.
Well,
He's trying.
It'll be fine.
That worked.
okay.
There he is.
Slowly but surely we're getting there.
I mean, he said he wants to talk about potentials and future things. That doesn't help us much. I could theorize if you would like, but I don't know if it'll be true or not.
I mean, I could theorize as well. It gets us nowhere at the end of the day.
Red Hood, go ahead and give me a perception check. With a 19, you're looking around trying to see if you can observe anything. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Doc's going to try and cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay,
Does it function?
it does.
Okay, so that's one of the spells that's not being warrior against. Good to know.
Very good to know for both of you.
Abjuration is not being warrior against.
Well, at least not to that degree.
That being said, I can go ahead and start ritual casting a detecting magic, just in case. And then they said it'd be an hour or so, or maybe more. We
2
get close.
hours.
So when it gets close to that time, I'll try to have detect magic going as we leave. But I'll also cast it now, just so we know we have privacy. It's not the. It would not be the first time he's been flashbanged by magic.
Yeah. Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. 24.
24. I will allow you the ability to cut the casting short. As you are casting the spell, you don't even get a chance to finish it. And already, looking around, you can see, almost like looking at a solar lens flare, items are beginning to brighten and become more and more intense.
Okay.
Can you stop casting?
I will stop casting. I will try to note what was specifically the brightest.
That would have been the threshold, the candles, and the bed.
The bed. Okay. Doc will go examine the bed because the rest makes sense.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Ooh, that's bad. 11.
With an 11, you don't find anything out of the ordinary.
I'll start casting Identify then.
Cast Identify on the bed.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
We got time.
Yeah. Are you
And-
choosing? I need to know specifics. Frame, bed, sheets, quilt, pillows.
All right, so I can only do one item at a time. Quilt, pillows, and frame would be the 3 priorities, I feel like.
Okay.
So we'll start with frame.
Okay. The frame has an enchantment on it that basically fortifies the hardiness of the frame.
Gotcha. Wow, wow. Got it.
Next.
Pillows.
The pillows have a very rudimentary enchantment to be softer.
Doc would look confused, like, didn't know that was a thing. Cool. Quilt.
The quilt has another, like, a base enchantment to make it appears as if you grasp the quilt and pull it over you, you can speak a number and it will change its weight to that number.
Oddly specific. I think I'm going to stop there because Doc is like, this is a bit too ridiculous. I get he has a lot of time, but
You should check the mattress. Check the mattress.
I mean, it feels like so far everybody's going the same route. He hasn't found anything that's abnormal other than just the ridiculousness of comfort and luxury.
Mhm.
So, I think Doc's going to let it sit for now.
Okay.
And just be confused about why you would even need all this in the first place.
Okay. Eva, red.
Eva is on edge and just pacing the room. She is shredding the rug.
Doc would offhandedly remark, when it gets closer to the time, I'll probably leave and go to my room and change into our attire we all bought. We did buy it for this reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Eva, as you are pacing, the voice of Red kind of speaks out. Eva, darling, if you don't calm down, you're going to burn a hole in that rug without even me needing to do anything about it. As Red is here with us, but unfortunately she has lost her voice. She's here in spirit, and we are thankful for it.
That sounds mildly like a
I
complaint.
just hope I
there,
can
Ken.
do her voice justice.
Listen, all right, you could do better, a lot better than me because we all know I would end up turning Red into a pseudo valley girl for a while.
I've unfortunately been told I do female voices pretty well.
You almost sound like you're complaining. You're made of fire. You'd love that.
Yes, but we are still in the building. After we leave, wouldn't mind seeing it in flames.
Being in a building hasn't stopped you before. The casino was literally on fire the whole time.
Yes, but we had it under control.
And you'll have this one under
Flashback to the scene where it was not under control.
Listen, it was beautifully under control. We knew what we were doing. Everything else was in chaos. We had an idea going in.
All right. Anything else from the stay team?
I feel like after 50 minutes, Doc would send a message to one of the people not with us, be like, "You guys are still alive, right?"
We'll get that answer in a moment. The away team.
Yeah, we'll see.
As you are moving, Drakix with the unfortunate natural 1 on stealth. You're moving as best you can, and you have this thought: maybe I should have left this shield at home. As it clips a pedestal, and tumbling over is what looks to be a very expensive piece of pottery.
Can I grab it?
Any? Oh no!
Oh,
It is.
Shit!
And we're going to take a short break.
This is beyond mending, right?
This is beyond ending, yes. But this break will be our 10-minute breaks. We're actually going to step aside and we're going to some, stretch our legs, hit some snacks, water, run an ad break or two, and then when we come back, we'll dig right back into the story. But until then, we'll see you guys in 10. So, just as Drakix, you have this thought, that should be good with a shield, right? You feel it catch. And you hear right next to you. Levikazan and Foster, you probably just freeze. Levikazan just freezes.
We gotta move.
Yep, let's.
I vote we just leave this behind.
I saw nothing. I was walking.
Nah, this was
Continues
like this
walking.
when we got here. No, we
Okay.
keep walking.
Shield immediately in bag of holding, and just walking with them.
Zon just grabs his hand, just drags him as he's doing that.
Okay. You guys push on with urgency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were not here. We were not here. This.
Okay. As you push on, you notice on your right, this wall has no doors. On your left, there are no doors. But as you're walking, you get to probably a 20-foot space where there is no wall. It just opens into a kind of this large, what looks to be some kind of like a general study, or even perhaps like a meeting room for formal meetings. You can see there's what looks to be like a mini bar. There are books. There is a main central table that has like parchments on it, other figurines you could use to like place and move things.
War room.
Did you say minibar?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna go
Drake,
take a peek.
Drake thinks that, realizes, and is about to take a step and stops, goes to the parchments
Mm-hmm.
and takes a look at them.
Okay. They're all blank,
Okay.
but there is what looks to be an inkwell that is currently closed with a couple of quilled pens in this little like holder.
Can Drac check the paper that's there, the topmost,
Mhm.
and sees if there's any kind of indentations on it?
Okay.
I'm gonna check
Make
the
them-
pens to see if they've been used, if they have ink in them.
And Zon's checking the booze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to put off the vibe of like she's gonna make us drinks and we're waiting for that. Like
Okay.
we're just here. We're not being nosy.
So this is easy enough a pass without needing to roll Foster. They have been used recently. Draft kicks, I'll need an investigation check.
Okay. Okay, I will take that. That's a 19.
Okay. With a 19, you can see there are some like harder indentations where someone was writing.
He is going to gently, very gently, roll that piece of paper
Mhm.
and then put it into his bag of holding.
Okay.
He's taking that over to Doc later. After he grabs that, he's going to go take a look at the books, see what's there.
The books, as you're looking at them, they all seem to be some kind of in the broad kind of spectrum here, mostly of navigation, trade route history. Some look to be recovered manifests of inventory of ships, some diaries and journals. Just most of it seems to be things collected over the years. Most of these are general studies into like basically like art of war, leading a nation, understanding like rudimentary knowledge of like harvesting crops and even growing crops, like what to grow side by side, what can grow after another, what can you plant multiple times in a row without needing to remake things or
So, farming cycles.
farming cycles. Yes,
Got it.
seems to be just kind of a general wealth of knowledge. Nothing gets really too specific, but a very, I would say, if dipping your toe was one way to put things. It'd be like you get a foot in, basically.
Okay. Any of these journals or navigation books have any symbol of a dragon or the genie from when we were in the temple?
Looking through them, you're not finding anything that specific.
Okay. Because he's looking for the symbols currently, see if they're there. That's or even of the Phoenix. But if he doesn't find anything, he's gonna go for the booze.
Okay.
I'm going to take one of the blank pieces of paper
Mm-hmm.
and one of the quills, and I'm going to write my name, Foster Sentimanes, on the paper and pocket it.
Okay. Lucazon, at the basically the brandy bar, because a mini bar doesn't do it justice.
Mm-hmm.
It is I would say a solid 10-foot long full bar.
Fuck yeah.
3 shelves,
Mm-hmm.
varying bottles, all of them labeled, meticulously labeled.
Wow. Do any of them look open and used?
Looks like about just under half no longer have what appears to be at one time some kind of sealing instrument, whether it be like a twisted metal cap that they like wired it shut, or they even, some of the fancier stuff had been dipped wax over the top, like quarter of the bottle.
Yeah. Okay. Is there like a layer of dust on some of them? Because like, mini bars don't always get used often, so like...
Make a perception check.
Yeah. Let me find the one window. There's so many of you. Okay. Where is my... There.
Actually, you know what? Don't worry about it. With your passive perception, you can tell there is no dust.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, she's gonna make a drink. Or 3. Something, native to her homeland-ish.
Okay.
Strong.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah.
Making the drink.
Yes.
All of you hear a voice. Oh, I'm sorry.
She just turns as she's pouring a drink.
You
Drag turns
to the door, and you see a probably more on the paler shade of skin tone, dark-haired female. She is wearing what looks to be a kind of overcloak. Can't really see what she's wearing underneath it, but looks like she is definitely covered up for warmth. And again, more pale, almost porcelain skin. General level of makeup you would expect of somebody of nobility. Foster, you immediately kind of notice the techniques. They're very familiar to you with that lifestyle. Drakix and Lucazon, you're just like, oh, that's very pretty makeup. That's about what you're going to get out of that encounter. But for you, Foster, you recognize the subtle techniques behind the eyeshadow, behind the lipstick, things like that.
Yeah.
But fairly attractive, but covered in this kind of a darker fur, almost like cloak that is completely closed. And she just kind of has stopped at the threshold and just looks at you with a bit of not shock, but just a little bit of surprise. I didn't expect someone to be here.
Oh, sir, do you want me to pour you one? I can pull another
hi.
glass.
No.
Yeah. Are you another guest here?
Yes. Are you as well?
Yes. Yeah, we were just
And
Looking
she
for a drink.
looking for a drink.
I had heard that Lord Vosswood kept interesting things in his study, and I had to come see it.
There.
What's your
Ours.
name? And I hold out my hand.
And she reaches out her hand and takes yours. You can see underneath she is wearing a kind of a deep red, more of a well-tailored tunic with what looks to be like horse riding trousers, high boots up to the knees. She takes your hand and shakes it. My name is Ivy, of the Ashglade family.
Never heard of them.
Make a history check.
Should I make a history check?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Can Zahn for probably
Um,
probably not.
Sorry, no.
No.
I can't rationale a connection.
She's been to her island and
You said Ivy of the Ashglade family?
Yes.
That's a 16 total.
Okay.
I got a 15. So
You've heard the name. Mostly it deals with the finer elements of beasts of burden, whether it be horses, oxen, things like that. Not creatures for slaughtering and consumption, but for use of work or even the fancier side of life.
alrighty. Nice to meet you.
Of course. And you all are?
My name's Foster. These are my
Hi.
companions.
Drac is
Oh.
actually going to give like a slight bow.
Mhm.
It's feels formal, but at the same time, more out of respect for who she is
Mhm.
than anything else, for title and everything. And he's just gonna say, "You may call me Drakix."
Of course.
seeing them be so polite and Zahn just so not, she's like, oh, curtsy, kind of, with one booze in both hands, and just
Yep.
like,
You hear a laugh come out of Foster that you've never heard. The
Just
like
her
high, giggly,
hand
bubbly
comes-
laugh.
Her hand comes up to her mouth to like semi-cover it. She does give a chuckle. She's not. It doesn't look like she's trying to be mean.
No,
It's
no.
odd. It's just, again, when worlds collide.
yeah, exactly. She's just like, you can call me Zahn.
In a technicality, Zod is a princess, to be real.
True.
But she doesn't know it. She doesn't know she's
Yeah.
a princess.
No, Zahn
Oh my
knows.
Zod
But-
should be very much aware of that, but she
Yeah.
doesn't. I don't think she would see her in that way.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I didn't mean to disturb anybody.
No, feel free
Come
to.
back when
You're welcome to join us.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And she steps inside.
What things of interest were you looking for?
Well, I know it's strange, but I always had a bit of an inclination for the kind of general farming knowledge, as my family deals well with the creatures that live off of the things we can grow from the ground in this space where we are quite limited to what we can grow over a certain amount of ground that is available. We need to maximize everything we can. And as she's speaking, you're realizing that she is way more intelligent than what you originally let her lead on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figured I would come here and see if there's anything I'd learn. Again, as more and more people grow, space on these islands will become less. So we need to figure out the best way to maximize what we can.
That is
very
fair.
true. Mm-hmm.
Well thought. Drakix was just looking over the shelves if you would care to join him.
Oh, thank you.
He can be a bit crass. And I walked to Zahn at the bar.
He just gives her a gentle smile. Though when he kind of like looks at Foster from the corner of his eye, I deserve that. That's all in her head, nothing verbal. Like, well, let me show you two what I was able to glean. Maybe these are what you're looking for. And he would take her over to where the farming books were.
Okay. And she takes one from you and flips through it. This is... And she... You're not sure if it's rude or just pure obsession, but she just kind of like turns away to go find a chair.
Oh, like the moment that he heard the way that she was talking about everything and like her mannerisms, he already knew this was going to happen. This was not even oh, how dare... It was like, no, I expect this. This is par for the course.
He's been with Doc to the library enough times.
Exactly. He's used to this. He's going to walk back over to the bar.
Zon, you gotta pour me a shot.
Only a shot?
Just sneaky. Well, I'll do the drink too, but I just have to also do a shot now.
Yeah. She'll find something.
Cow!
Wait.
Shoot it as sneakily as I can, as subtly as you can shoot.
You take it. You take the shot, and you put the glass down, and you pause because you're waiting. And then you're not really sure what you just drank. Because you're convinced it was water.
What was that? Can I see the bottle?
And then almost in reverse, instead of starting at the back of the throat and making its way to the stomach, starts at the stomach. And a fire burns on the inside. And it makes its way up, almost as if you're about to belch. Make a Constitution saving throw.
You have a +4 because you're within 10 feet.
Awesome, thank you. That's great. That's great.
Drac is walking back at this moment in time.
Absolutely the fuck not. We're not doing that. It's a 22.
Okay. You're about to belch, and then you realize you know what this is. You've had this before. But on a battlefield, and intentionally taken, this was a shot of dragon's breath. You stifle the belch, because you know what's coming out is flame. You control it. But for the next minute, you are on guard.
Yeah, she does not talk for the next minute. Does not open her mouth.
Are you okay?
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure? Do you want another? No. Should I have some? No. Should we take the bottle? Oh, okay. Just kind of tucks it in her bag.
As you are mid-tuck, you see a servant at the door. Lord Vosswood is ready for you.
Okay.
And they walk over, and they ever so gently take the bottle from you.
Oh.
Place it back on the shelf.
Right, we'll come back for another shot of that.
Certainly. And he begins to ignore you completely and turns to the other individual. I can see you have made it to us safely. It's so welcoming to have you here. And they begin to have polite conversation.
We should just, go. Yeah. Zon finishes her drink that she had just, poured as a drink.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Drake just slowly drinks it. Kind of keeping an eye on the servant from the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And just the moment that he's done, he puts it down gently. And how far is that bot? No, he's still there. Never mind, he's not going to do it. We'll figure it out later. We'll get it later.
You head out.
Yeah.
You make your way back, just as you're watching a servant approach from the hallway. They stop at the door for Eva. They see you, they smile. I'm guessing you've been made aware.
Yes, we have been.
You are welcome to come as you are. We just ask that you leave anything nefarious behind. Thank you.
He's gonna gently put his hand on his rapier. I'm sorry, this is a memento of my past, and it does not leave my side. Would that be a problem?
I don't believe so. If you do not consider it nefarious, then it shall not be.
No. But give me a moment. And he's going to go into his room, close it, and actually change and come back quickly. Because he's going to play the part of the captain, after all.
Okay.
Mhm. Foster will also go change.
The
very
nameplate?
quickly. Oh, yeah. So she
Okay.
switches the nameplate out and then goes into her room and changes into her dress.
Got it.
Zahn knocks on Eva's door, assuming that they're all still in there, probably.
Mhm.
Knock, knock.
Just
Eva-
slides open.
Yeah.
Ugh. Hi. Were you guys made aware of the thing? He's requesting our presence. We can come as we are, or not, or what?
Is there still that servant outside?
No, he has left. He was
Okay.
under the impression that you, with the one party already being informed, you would inform the rest.
Gotcha.
I was going to ask him where we're supposed to meet him before he walked away.
You look down, you can see he's probably about 30 feet down the hallway. Seems to be waiting by the stairs.
Okay. As long as he's waiting, they're fine.
And as she kind of like looks in the room, are all of you changed into your fancy gear?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really have much else to do. So.
Yeah.
Zahn is like, well, I don't want to be the only one left out, so give me 5. And she will struggle to get on the dress, but yes.
Okay. Everyone
Holler.
changes.
I was gonna say, holler if you need Doc to help you.
Doc?
He could help her regardless. If she asked or not, he knows.
That's like another half hour we're going to have to wait.
That's why you send Doc.
Honest.
Shortens the time down.
No, he's like, never mind. Never
They're
mind.
getting changed. All of you head to the stairwell, where you are led downstairs, and you head further down this hallway before you make a right. Before you come to what seems to be a much larger and probably, I wouldn't say public, but more publicly known library area. This area is probably, it could contend with a full-fledged library. It is a large room of various shelves, but there is in the middle, there is this kind of a long banquet style table. You are all led to it, gestured to sit, and Rolf kind of looks over all of you, and seeing as it is the hour of lunch, will everyone be enjoying something to eat today?
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And drinks, would we prefer ale, wine, something stronger?
Wine for
Ale.
doctor.
Okay. With that, he leaves.
Zahn leans over to Doc. We found the stash.
Which stash?
The good stash. The best
I wanna-
stash.
Okay, when she says that, I feel like I don't need to roll inside anymore.
It's either candy apples or something really strong.
It's
We found the
give me all
booze.
we are.
We
Yeah.
found the booze. And the books. We found a study.
Ah,
Yes.
find anything interesting in there? Of course, the booze, but what else?
Dragix? You were at the
Drac just
books.
kind of like gently cracks his neck and just goes, maybe. We'll have to determine it later on. Not now.
Aqua nod.
About
They
20
did
minutes.
have a lot of mundane knowledge too. And he would reference like what kind of information he's gleaned, even if it was cursory.
Okay. About 20 minutes pass before Rolf and 6 other servants return. Before each of you is set a very simple plate of dried meats, hard breads, cheeses, along with a small dish with a spoon in it of what looks to be some kind of a softer cheese. Your wine or ale, whatever you prefer, is also set in front of you. Before the other servants leave, and Rolf kind of stands at the head of the table. Will there be anything else you would like for your lunch today?
No?
No.
When will the Lord be joining us?
Oh, he's already here.
Aqua
with
smile.
Starting from what looks to be a pair of black polished shoes, leading up to well-tailored trousers, a fine black leather belt, a deep red vest with a white shirt underneath, and a cloak over him, removing invisibility from himself. Before each of you stands a probably 6'1" tall figure with jet black hair parted over to the side, slightly tipped half elven ears, and a wide fanged smile. All of you can only presume Count Valathir Vosswood. As he bows his head a bit. It is so good to finally see all of you in person. And of course, most especially you, Miss Eva. He moves towards the head of the table. The chair moves itself. He stands in front of it as he goes to sit, slides in, takes a seat.
Do all the chairs do that?
They can if you wish them to.
Right.
If we wish them, or if you wish them?
Me, of course. But
Is this?
I am very thankful all of you had made the journey here. Of course, more discussions will be had tonight during dinner, but I was simply too excited to meet those Miss Eva has surrounded herself with. You know, there is a lot to be said about who we choose to be near us at all times. And his eyes fall to red. But it seems that she has certainly found company worthy of her stature. Her eyes fall to Dragix.
Drac is just going to raise an eyebrow. Like, what are you referring to there?
I'm just saying, someone as accomplished as you, she certainly has chosen her contacts well. Is anybody here not going to enjoy their lunch, as food is brought to him? And he kind of idly makes a snack for himself.
Zon's eating.
Okay.
Aqua eat a little.
Okay.
Drac is gonna try the meat. How does he feel after the first bite?
How do you want to try and accomplish that, Red? Do you want to see if this food has been tampered with somehow?
Went through his spell list real quick.
So we have Drackix is enjoying a lunch, Livigazon enjoying a lunch, Foster.
Foster's not going to eat.
Okay.
Something about the environment and everything
Okay.
just destroys her appetite.
Doc.
Doc will have a little bit of it.
Right. And Eva.
She will.
Okay. And he's just enjoying himself, it seems, just... So tell me, all these walks of life, these, how's it put? I'm sure I can drop all charades around this particular group, as you have no doubt have been informed of who I am.
Well, given
I
our
know
last encounter.
Very true.
Given how you almost stole my ship.
Did not attempt to steal it. I was just eager to bring you all forward. But it seems I just need to exercise a thing I hate the most. Patience. And he takes a bite of his food and a drink of his wine. Okay, make a perception check, Red.
Dirty 20.
With a 20 total, your companions are consuming, except for Foster. He's eating the food, and it looks like the same plate the rest of you are given. Nothing seems to be altered or out of the ordinary with it. Except, again, his plate and his goblet are very well made. You guys, don't get me wrong, it's well made, fine craftsmanship, but his is a lot more of silver and
He's
gold.
using the porcelain.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He's using
we're
the
using
fine
the-
china. You have the
exactly.
china.
It's a china you don't touch with your hands.
Basically, yeah.
How is Drac feeling as he's eating slowly the meat?
It's delicious.
Okay.
Well prepared. It's not overbearing flavor.
Okay. I was just wondering if there's a slight hint to his current malady.
No.
Okay.
No one seems to be, none of you having like a sensation on your tongue. Your stomachs aren't upset. It's food.
Okay. He's being cautious at this moment. It's like he eats the one piece of meat and then he just goes to the bread and the cheese, really eats that.
So do tell me, all these walks of life, everybody has come together except for, I believe, you. And he points to Foster. How do you play into this rabble, Lady Estermont?
Well, I was lucky enough to find their ship in an hour of need, and they've been kind enough to see me to shore, so I figured I'd repay the favor.
Yeah, it's very kind of you. Well, again, many more details to discuss tonight, but I was quite eager to meet all of you and ensure you felt safe here. I can understand with someone of my stature and involvement, you would be perhaps on edge or unsure, but I just wish to extend a gracious hand. So, all of us can simply enjoy a good time, and let's not have anything nefarious or violent happen during your stay. How does that sound?
Inciting that check.
I want to insight that as well.
First, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage, except Levikazan. your roll is flat.
You all get a +4 anyway. Remember that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you said wisdom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, yes. Double dice.
Yes, queen.
Cancel the 20.
No!
Dragon.
No! No!
That's okay. I did worse.
You need to change your dice, brother.
Mhm.
No. I want you all to realize something. That was a 1 and a 20.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Oh, Bubs.
So got it.
I had a 1 and a 20. I am upset right now.
I'm adding a D4 to mine.
Okay, got it. Levika's on.
18.
Foster.
7.
DM, would
Mhm.
would any of us be close enough to Drakix to benefit from his bonus based on your mind map?
I would say while the table is grand and it is large, you probably all comfortably wanted to sit within at least a decent reach of each other. So even if you are on the width of the table, because there's only 6 of you, you would still be in his aura.
Okay, cool.
Because it's a sizable aura. It's like 10 feet.
We make
radius.
sure he's in
Yeah.
It's
the
a
middle.
10-foot radius, so 20 feet total.
Yeah.
We make sure he's in the middle.
Oh no, he sat in the
fine.
middle and made sure all of you were close enough as a precaution.
And
I
he's
did
like,
already
Foster
account
sat
for
down. He's
that.
like, no, sit down one more. Doctor.
21.
Red.
22 total.
What was that?
22 total.
Got it. Eva.
24.
Would
Okay.
be more than that because +4.
No. Technically, Eva has a 28,
Oh yeah, because of
and Red has a
Drakix.
23 total.
Okay. So, Doctor, Drakix, Foster, and the Vikazon. You feel oddly confident.
I have. Oh, you're referring to the insight? Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was your saving throw?
I have a 10. I had a nat 1.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Doctor, Drakix, Foster, Levikazon, you all feel oddly confident. While this individual has this reputation, something about their statement assures you no harm will come to you during your stay here. Red and Eva, you can react as you see fit. I'll just describe what you feel. You feel a pressure making its way upon your mind, and you are able to resist it.
Have we felt this before in some way? From other
I
people?
would say this, no.
Okay.
But now, insight checks. Drakix.
That's a 19? 10. Sorry, 10.
10. Red, 19. Anybody else inciting his last statement?
Doc is
Okay.
26.
26.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Anybody else? I've got
Good.
Drakix, Red, and Doctor so far. And Zon.
And Zung.
Foster?
No.
Okay. Drakix and Doctor? You're convinced. Red? You're unsure. But he continues his plate, his meal. So, now that we've established those simple ground rules, he stands up. I look forward to seeing all of you tonight's And again, you didn't have to get dressed up for this luncheon. It was just a simple meet and greet. Again, I apologize for my eagerness, but I do look forward to seeing you all dressed to the nines once again later tonight. Please feel free to take advantage of the bathing area if you so wish. But until then, I will have my servants send for you in about 4 or 5 hours. Thank you so very much for being here. So remind me, I have other guests arriving. Must be on my way.
Before you go, you want to explain why we're required here?
Tonight.
Right.
With that, he just walks out the door.
I tried.
He seems nicer than expected.
I mean, he seems like he'll keep to his promise of not hurting us. For
Yeah,
now.
he seems like a pompous ass.
I mean, that too, but...
Well, nobility are pompous assholes. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red says that once he's out of the room, she explains that he has been influencing their emotions.
Doc will nod, kind of expectantly, in a sense. I expected one of his power to do something like that.
That motherfucker.
You can expect it, but due to reasons unknown, you can't fully justify anything's happened yet.
Mm-hmm. I did make the save the first save, so would that count? Good, that put me on guard or awareness of that factor?
Unfortunately, due to the elements of the spell, no effect.
Okay. Just want to double check, make sure I know which spell it is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Doc would stand and, well, with that, we have in our 4 hours to kill. I really run out of things to do in the rooms.
We could go for a walk.
Yeah, I was wanting to go look at the courtyard. I had some plants that caught my eye.
Drac is going to hand the bag of holding to Doc and gently with his claw pull out the parchment that's rolled, and just in his head, this is what I was referring to. You may need chalk or something to double check it. And then he just slips it right back into the bag after he sees it.
Doc will nod and take the bag. I still have some things in here anyway. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm going to go find the bath and wash up. And then he's going to ask if it's communal baths or separate.
I'm so very sorry, y'all. I am in contact with someone regarding an convention later this year, getting some details.
Mhm.
So I'll share with those later. I'll share with the crew. I'll share with the crew afterwards. I'm suddenly very excited.
Tell by your face.
Yeah.
Share with you guys later. I'm so sorry. What was the last question?
Is it
Communal baths or
baths?
separate?
Are you asking me or are you asking a servant?
I'm asking a servant, so technically means I'm asking you.
You're not wrong. I just want to have available for you both, actually. We do have one that is public, but we also, of course, respect your privacy if you so wish it. I can lead you to where they are.
I would prefer a private one. Thank you.
Of course. And he leads you upstairs. And as soon as he comes to the stairs, to get here, you went left. So he goes right immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're moving, you can already feel a bit of humidity picking up.
Yeah.
And he heads to a double wide door and just places his hand on it. here is the communal for those that wish. And then further down this hallway, you will find 10 private bathrooms with locking mechanisms on the doors.
And he's going to nod to the others if they went along. If not, he's just going to go straight on his own to one of the private ones, locking it, and yeah.
Okay. If you guys haven't figured out, we may be a bit late tonight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and take an out of the ordinary third short break. It's gonna be a fast 3 to 5 minute break for an ad break, so we can keep the storytelling focused for all of our viewers. So players, buckle in and use the restroom, get water, whatever. But take a quick 5 minute, as I enjoy my nondescript energy drink that will not be known by anybody.
Never.
I have to get back to text messages. I'm sorry for being
Yes.
distant there for a moment.
It's all
It
good.
happens.
I present cat.
Oh,
Yes. And cat beans.
listen.
Yes.
Red wants bath time. Eva's having an actual meltdown. She is going to start crying.
Oh no!
She's traumatized.
I know.
She just came face to face with everything that destroyed her.
Oh.
She doesn't know how to handle this.
So private bath. Yes.
Yes.
Understood. Oh boy. Can I have a hand to type, sir?
No, not allowed.
It really
One hand must pet at all times.
No, it's the fact that he goes on top, and I have like, ugh, I love you, Bubs. Oh my god. I'm awake.
Are you though?
No.
I cannot wait to share it with you guys.
I'm so excited to hear B.
It takes a lot to get Brandon into that giddy state, so
It does.
Yeah.
Like, he either has to be extremely happy about something or very surprised happy about something.
or very drunk.
What?
We've seen what the hunch punch can do.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I learned I can either just stop enjoying a beverage about 3 hours before I take my meds, or I can just not need them because of beverages.
Fair.
I'll be right back.
my daily that I take in the morning isn't affected by it. It's just my night one I have to kind of watch out for. But aside from that, I can be all right.
That's fair.
I did have to skip out on my PT today because of the weather, so it will be Friday when I ask to get the MRI.
Oh boy.
And when I get that done, you guys will be one of the first few to know what's shaking down with my spine, so we can.
E.
He's basically said an MRI is a path to injections or surgery.
So you're aware we are on stream. The
That's fine.
thing's not up, so
I've got back pain, so I mean,
Yeah.
hey y'all, I'm over 40 now. Well, I'm 40 now and have back pain, so take care of yourselves.
Surprise!
Well,
It's
make it-
called
that's
being
what-
human and aging.
just want to make sure you don't say something you don't want to say on
Yeah,
stream.
surprise! It's called being 6'4", 280 pounds, just a bigger dude.
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
Well, being a
Speaking of-
Goliath.
speaking of being
Goliath.
tall, Brandon,
Yeah.
you would appreciate this as a fellow tall person.
What's that?
My personal shower that I have now,
Mhm.
it's a standing shower that has sitting spots, and I can fit in it.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice.
I don't have to bend over to
Gosh.
get hit by the water.
I will say I had a fun little joke at someone's birthday party last night. They were some of her friends trying to guess what circle of friends other friends were from.
Was I there for that?
You weren't there yet, no.
Ah!
They were like, well, I'm pretty sure. Like, I know you guys from Silks. I think he's from the D&D team. I'm like, no, I do Silks too. They just braid 4 silks together to hold my weight.
What, you don't want to fly around twirl around up in the air?
Will it relieve my back pain?
If there's a cord strong enough.
Who knows? Fun fact.
We're
It
working
would
on
probably
it.
make your back pain worse.
Might make it worse.
Yeah. Fun fact, I did circus camp when I was younger.
No
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I know, it was fun. I hurt my back.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's to be expected, though.
Yeah.
I can feel his sneeze. I'm trying to wait for it before we go like back, but it's
Oh,
really
we're
thick.
ad is over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Eva's not here
Miss
currently.
is not back yet. I think I heard her say that she'll be back.
Okay.
Eva says, yeah, she'll be back, yeah.
I'll get there
Or Eva.
last.
Yeah,
Is it Eva?
that's Eva.
So,
Okay.
I don't know if
Travis,
Nick's is back either. So.
What are you doing at the time?
He's taking a bath
Okay.
and really scrubbing down.
Get rid of that
You are
filth.
unable to find the satisfying sensation of being clean.
Okay.
Vikazan,
Yeah.
what you doing with your time?
I think she's going to walk with Doc around the courtyard. And then probably once it gets to like the 3 or so hour mark, if they haven't gone back, she'll be like, let's go back and have a bath and get ready, because
Okay.
yes.
I'm not skipping over you, Foster, but because they're going to be doing a thing together, I'm going to go to Doc. Doc, what would you like to... I know you probably have something on your mind.
Yeah, the plants from my home island specifically.
Yes.
The
I do.
plants from Whole Island are a specific breed of white-lilied ivy that you thought could only grow on your island due to the kind of mixtures of nitrates and so on and so forth in your soil, but it's found a lovely home here, as it has been well woven into just about anywhere that is near a garden area that has like archways or things that could grow over or around that would not be invasive but still be beautiful.
It did take one, honestly.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, Doc will take one because these are a red neighborhood's home.
Okay.
There's very far a few between those left.
Got it. Foster.
Zon, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Zon sees him take one, and then she's like, one's not enough, and takes a few more so she can help grow it.
Got it.
Yes.
Easy enough to do. Foster.
I want to look out towards the front of the castle, like the front lawn-ish, whatever, and see if there's a black oak carriage out there.
There is.
Mm-hmm. Just like, is there like multiple that it would be like, oh, this is their carriages, or is there just the one?
You see a total of 4 carriages.
Okay.
One being presumably the one your party has seen.
Mhm.
The others being of similar levels of wealth, just different hues of make and model, basically.
Sure. So they look like different carriages that have brought different people, and one
Yes,
of
but
them is
all
black
of
oak.
them look to appear to be enough space to house like 10 people comfortably.
Right.
They are large.
Does it seem like this would be the carriage of Skyros and Maleth who are following
No.
us?
Nothing
No.
about the color scheme or any of the insignias or banners on them
Yeah.
screams Estermont.
Okay. Okay. I think I'm also gonna go to the baths.
Okay. Private or public?
I'll go to the communal one.
Okay.
And just hang out.
Okay. Eva and Red? Eva
think
may still
they're
be a
back.
step away, so
Yeah.
I'll just look for the message to pop up about what Red's up to.
From what was said was, yeah, they're going to a private bath.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. You are all able to enjoy your time, bathe, get ready. The sun goes down within this time. I will say, the two of you that were outside, as you're heading in part of the reason, not just the time, you begin to head in because there seems to be on this almost this unnatural darkening of the space within here. And as you both kind of look up, I need you both to make perception checks.
All right.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
You good?
Sorry, was that a Zon perception?
Yes.
Yes, Zon and Doc.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Zon?
a 7.
Doctor.
26.
26. As you're looking, something isn't right under your eye. And Zon, you see Doc is looking up, and his head kind of tilts a bit. And Doc, you start moving without looking down. You're focused up.
Mhm.
As you're moving, again, the sky above you is cloudless. There's never a cloud above this place. But there's enough color difference in the way it seems to be skewed. You put some pieces together of this place. There seems to be some kind of like 99.99% transparent, but there is that 0.1% that is translucent. There is a dome over this space as it begins to get darker at a much earlier hour than expected.
We experienced a dome with that before, so we had one down below.
It doesn't seem too dissimilar from that exact same technology or arcane effect.
Not surprising, but at the same time concerning.
Okay.
Zon's looking around like, is it nighttime already? Wow, I didn't realize we'd been out here for so long.
Put your sword in the bag of holding. I'll keep it with us.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pulls it off and stuffs it in the bag. Pulls off a hand axe, another hand axe, some javelins, bidons.
Make a dexterity check to make sure you don't slash the bag.
No!
I'm joking.
First the broom,
I just wanted to
now
watch.
the
I just
bag.
wanted to watch Dracus's face for a second.
It's rude.
That's
I
rude.
want to roll it just to see. Hold on. Let me see, just for shits and giggles.
All of a sudden, just coins and skeletons and gear just explodes in like a 30-foot radius.
Yeah, she probably would have hit it. Yep, fine.
Drac, not gonna lie, if that ever happened, Drac is just gonna drop to his knees and just start crying.
Yeah, Doc's not to the point where he can make
And then
one.
going on a murder spree. Because nobody better touch his stuff. If they're not the party, they touch anything, nope, they're dead.
The time passes. You are all bathed, redressed in your finest clothes. You head downstairs to the main dining hall area to where you are not alone. There is about 20 other guests here. What appears to be varying walks of life and different levels of... Again, this is very much I'm going to show you what I'm worth. I have to show up the rest of the families. So everyone else is dressed to the tens, basically. They have platinum buttoned outfits. They're wearing their very nice jewelry, the low-cut cleavage dresses, the form-fitting cuts. Everything is here on display when it comes to sheer wealth. And you do notice that, again, this very single, long banquet-style area. You're actually in the dining hall at this point. You're not in the side library, you're in the dining hall. It's massive. There are lights candles that just hang above you, emitting light. The walls are lined with various portraits, artwork, similar pottery to which Drakix destroyed upstairs. There's-
He has no idea what you're talking about. Never happened.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
we didn't see anything like that.
But also, all of the currently empty plates and silverware do have a short standing, like folded over piece of parchment with names on them. As you're looking at them, you cannot read them. You know there's script there, but to Doctor, this is a very familiar spell. You can read your own name, which you do find it eventually. And as all of you begin to find your names, you realize you all have been grouped together. You're on different sides of the table to see all 6 of you, but it's basically 2 rows of 3. There is soft music playing. There is a lovely scent of vanilla and, of course, cinnamon in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Is this red cinnamon specifically, or is this okay?
Reds. There are other, if you get too close to some of the guests as they are just kind of lightly conversing, there are other like scents, jasmine, lavender, so on and so forth. So it would be easy for Red to just subconsciously pass it off as a perfume or something like that.
Resident Fireball says if we're not sitting together, she's swapping nameplates with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, how is it divided 3 and 3?
So it is Drakix, Dr. Levikazon. On the other side, it is Foster, Red.
So I'm in between the couple. Great. Either way, I'm in between the couple. I'm breaking.
No. You're on the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
We each get to third wheel with one of the couples.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
After you sit, once everyone does, the music does begin to slightly die down, kind of signifying it's time to take your seat. Drinks are brought out, and you are simply asked a question, ale or wine. It is poured from the respective bottle. Bread is brought out. Butter is brought out. And you have a moment amongst yourselves to converse, or if you so choose, you may converse with the person you don't know sitting to your left or right.
Damn. Red says she's sitting next to Foster. This possibly can't go wrong.
Nothing at all.
Oh no.
Who's sitting on my other side?
On your other side, it is a familiar female figure.
Ah,
As Ivy takes a seat, looks to you. Oh, Drakix. So nice to meet you again. She smiles.
yes.
Holds her
Same,
hand
Lady
towards you.
Ivy. And he's gonna take it gently,
Okay.
and kind of like mimic a kiss to like the ring if it was there, but not actually complete it, just the motion.
Got it.
And then just let her hand go.
She withdraws it kindly.
Yeah.
Oh,
He kind of like looks over and just goes, everyone, well, we met Lady Ivy earlier. This is, and
Yes.
he's just going to kind of like name everybody quickly.
She kind of looks a bit confused upon hearing everyone's name. I do apologize. I have this interesting sensation of jealousy and bewilderment to be personal guests of the Count, yet I've never heard any of these family names.
We're
Traveling,
just as surprised.
more or less. We've got,
Yeah.
we've met on our travels and became well acquainted.
Of course.
Have you done much work with the Count?
Oh, I'm just here as it's a yearly trek we make to enjoy this dinner. My family has benefited from his various charity donations.
Charity.
Yes.
I wouldn't
seems,
see you all as needing charity.
Oh, no, but my grandfather did. It's kind of what started this whole thing. Which makes me more interested to find out what he's about. I feel like I've known him since a child, but I've never seen him change. And she kind of leans in a bit closer, kind of like trying not to rudely push past Drakix, but she rudely pushes past Drakix.
He's
to get.
This is so, and like the best part, like Drak is already moving the moment he sees her coming towards him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like he doesn't feel flushed. He doesn't feel like annoyed or anything. It's just, I expected all this.
Yeah. She leans closer to Foster. Rumor has it he's actually of full elven blood, but no one's confirmed it.
Curious rumor.
Indeed.
Is there a check Doc could make to be like, is he? We've met full bloods.
From what you've seen, you know why he is the way he is.
Yeah. I mean, I know he's half elven too, so.
Mm-hmm.
In the long life, probably.
But
Sparks
music
some rumors.
fades a bit more, and there's a. And you can look to see at the head of the table, which is currently empty. You can see standing next to it is Rolf, dressed as before, usually well. It is with great pleasure I introduce the Lord of the Manor. And he gestures, and a unperceivable side door kind of opens, and out steps Count Vosswood. Everyone kind of claps very politely as he steps out, smiles, gives a wave, bows a bit. Thank you all for coming. I understand that, yes, this is our yearly dinner tradition, but as always, I am so thankful to see such great connections join me here this great night. And he steps to the head of the table, sits down, and with that, almost as if perfectly on cue, the music kicks back up in a lovely manner. Both doors open, and servants just begin to almost in a strange dance. They flood in, just placing quickly, perfectly silverware, dishes, everything you would need for the first meal. It is a simple plate, looks to be mostly a kind of this, almost like a stew, with this piece of hardened bread kind of placed perfectly in the middle of it.
Supposed to be our guest scene with people.
Yes,
instead
basically.
Of actual plates. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And just as soon as they arrived in this rush of probably some of you chaos, Foster, you're unfortunately very, very used to this.
Yeah.
They have vacated, and the only individuals left are the Count and all of his guests. All servants have left the room.
Doc will listen in on like any kind of subtle conversation of the other guest.
Okay. As you all are in a closed but still large space, I'm not going to ask for those kind of perception checks. It's easy enough to really focus in and listen. A lot of what you're getting is just individuals being thankful they were invited, glad they can make the trip. Oh, the food is delicious. You know, some are making various connections that they haven't really met yet. You get a sense a lot of the realm's wealth has gathered here.
They had no
And
idea
not
they're dying.
by quantity of wealth, but quality of wealth.
I get the sense like none of them are aware of the actual power the Count has.
For that, I will ask for an insight check.
Yeah. Not in the sense that he's a vampire, just more like straight arcane power.
Gotcha. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, insight.
Please.
16.
The 16, not when it comes to the arcane.
Mhm.
you get a sense that most people appear to be under the guise that he is probably one of the few elves that didn't escape to the Feywild during the tearing of the realm, and he has stayed here, perpetuated his wealth, and just gathered wealth and invests in certain bloodlines or families to ensure that they continue.
I'm gonna turn to whoever's next to me and.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, I haven't had a chance to meet you yet. Hello, and I'll hold my hand out.
Okay. They will take your hand. Sitting next to you is I wouldn't say short, but in a realm of people and in a place of people who typically have bloodlines and choose their husbands or wives according to height and build. This individual seems a bit on the shorter or more average size. Human male. They have this kind of short, looks to be probably naturally curly hair, but currently it is some kind of water, grease, something's in their hair to keep it well styled. They're wearing kind of a high collared tunic with this kind of ascot, with this black opal holding it together. Kind of turn, they take your hand. They don't kiss it, but again, kind of a tap, a kind gesture. Yes, my name is Barda Delfix.
It's Kelby. Just inform me.
The one night he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Barda, what brings you to this event?
Well, as with most of the individuals here, my family specializes in the harvesting and maintaining of the Black Oak Forest.
Oh, peculiar. Now, how does the Count's work influence your realm, your field?
Oh, well, he is more of a point of connection, as you would. He has ensured and actually introduced me to a family most recently. It's quite exciting. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're a common name, the Estermonts.
Oh, I believe I've heard that name, yes.
Well. Sure as you are aware, the Black Oak Forest is very slow growing, more of a slow burn, pardon the pun, but what we can produce makes the grandest of skyships. And you notice that phrasing. He didn't say cloud ships. He said sky ships, which you know are incredibly rare. But they are not burdened by the clouds. They fly freely. Above, below, at the exact level.
Have I known my family to have those?
Oh, yeah.
Or produce them? Okay.
You know they assist in producing enchantments.
Yes.
But again, it is kept control.
Not Drac, like ear
Even those with money can still be denied. It is about holding a certain level of authority over who has true free reign.
True free reign. Yeah. Oh, I can only imagine. They sound fantastic.
That they are. I was very sad in the news recently.
What news?
Well, the eldest Lady Estermont did unfortunately pass.
Oh. Tragic.
It is. But, and he kind of grabs his wine goblet. What makes mortal lives amazing. Takes a
True
sip.
that. And I'll cheers him to that.
And that's where your insight of 18 kind of kicks off. Why did he choose the word mortal?
what? I don't know, Brendan. Why?
Yeah, that's a good question. What Foster put two and two
What?
together?
I mean, oh shit. Is he a fucking vampire?
Make
This guy's
perception
a
check.
vampire.
Make a perception check.
Fucking bitch. That's a 6. Can it be insight?
No.
You
This
fuck
is
you.
perception. What do you
Yeah.
want from me? It's perception.
I want to not have a 0 to perception.
would
Why
Doc-
did you
would-
make my character
Would
sheet
Doc
like
hear that conversation?
Does Drac hear that conversation?
Please hold. Yes, you both would.
Well, Doc being Doc puts two and two
As
together
well
pretty
as Red.
quickly.
May I
So I would-
roll to see if I realize any peculiarities with this person?
You can make a
Or
perception
anybody
check.
in general, actually?
You can make a perception check.
Red wants to know if her passive will pick it up as well.
Absolutely.
Because I have a technically an 18 perception, but
It's
he's
up-
actively looking around at this point, so.
Basically, if Doc picks it up, Red picks it up.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's
Doc,
still an 18 regardless.
Doc's also going to do perception to see how many vampires are at the table.
Okay. Drakix, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Oof. Nope.
Doc, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Red, if you wish to make a perception check, you are more than welcome to.
She says, can she tell because she's dating a vampire type?
No. Roll the check.
27.
Red, with a 27, you're able to push away the lies before you.
He says fucking 27, motherfucker.
And for a brief moment, to you, you pierce through the veil of the illusion in this room. Only your food is food. Everybody else's plates and their goblets are varying pieces of humanoid parts.
You know, the worst part of all is before he started talking, I was just going to say, can I just use my divine sense real quick?
Do you do this?
I will use my divine sense. Fuck
Okay.
it.
You cast your divine sense. There are only 6 living people in this room.
6?
Well, does even count?
One of them only counts as a half.
There are 5.5.
Well, wait, does Doc count technically?
I mean, for now, you're still mortal, unfortunately.
It's just really
Uh,
hard to kill.
Red
Living is
will
on.
let... Yeah, Red
You
lets
hear a
them know.
voice in your mind, Livigazan,
Uh-huh.
describing to you the horrific detail of the truth in which everyone is sitting.
I'm going to 1 to 10. She does the thing that I'm thinking. She doesn't. She composes herself mostly, doesn't drop the fork on her plate. That's all I was gonna do. It's okay.
Glad our weapons are put away.
Yep,
We're
weapons
fine
are
for
gone.
now.
She's good for now. She's just like, huh. And tells everybody of her party,
And as she's
We're
about to message
surrounded.
Drac just goes, "We're the only 6 here. It's Azan."
Yeah.
Tell everybody else.
they're eating humanoids, and we're the only living things here. We are definitely not fighting anything right now. Gods help us.
So, as I'm sure many of you are wondering, who our distinguished guests are, and he holds up his drink and actually stands To the incredible crew that has braved the high seas and taken care of my prodigy, Miss Eva, I thank you for everything you have done. And I come with a grand offer. And he will look at Eva and settle his gaze.
Eva does not meet his eyes, by the way.
Okay. You can feel him upon you, though.
Mm-hmm.
As is what happened, as you know, as the time turns and the ages come, we must ensure that the clock continues to move forward and we grow our network. I was hoping that I could invite you here with a promise of power. Name a price and come back to my fold. I will ensure the safety of all those you hold dear. And I will promise you, there is no wish too grand.
To Eva, specifically?
Yes. Rule over an island, enjoy solace, ensure your daughter is raised free. All of these can be real, but I will need you trained, made strong. You see, you've already have an incredible servant ready to go. And he gestures to Drakix. And Drakix, you begin to really want the cup to your left.
His hand.
You are welcome to attempt to fight it.
Oh, he's fighting it.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Dirty 20.
With a 20, your hand raises and reaches towards the cup. You can't stop yourself. You take it.
He's going to
Pick it
grab
up.
his hand.
Pour it over yourself. You don't drink it. You pour it on yourself, and you begin to take it, and you clean yourself with it, and you find finally the sensation, the joy of cleaning the filth off your body as you just take it and smear it over every part you can.
The bath was blood. Got it.
Here is the second half of your Lycan curse. If you don't bathe in blood once a month, you will lose control in turn.
I can live with that. Eva is very much not meeting his gaze. But she will sort of address his direction, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I get you what you're saying. Go for.
You have been the thing of my nightmares for a decade. You killed my husband, turned me, infected my daughter, and have hunted us forever. And I think that whatever power you have to offer is probably pretty vast, probably pretty wondrous. You gave me power originally. I didn't want it. My patron currently gives me power. I don't want that either. Necessities, of course, procure that some deals must be made. But I feel like my friends would agree with me that we would rather die here than take your offer.
So be it. Foster, what's your maximum hit point?
88.
You die. Foster drops, unmoving.
What?
Keep going.
Zahn has like stood up out of her chair, like, what the fuck?
He gestures to his left. If you desire something as simple as that, just ask. Damien! The door opens, and in walks the body. A familiar male body. With black hair, a bit of a stubble, and exactly as you remember him, Eva. He turns to you and looks at you. Hello, Eva, darling. We'll end the session there.
Hey, Foster, you wanted to disappear, right?
What? Just.
Well, bye.
Brandon said, "Get out."
Oh my god.
One way to make Foster leave.
What? B?
Oh my god.
What?
Eva will full send this, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Eva is in a state where she doesn't see a way out currently. She would rather die, and she knows her friends will go with her.
All right. Well, we'll see where it picks up next week.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. We hope you're having fun, even though the story is getting a little darker right now.
Bring it.
Let's We love you all very much. Please take care of yourselves. Stay warm during these cold months. And as always, don't forget your snacks. Good night, everybody.